Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Woodman, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Russia's interference in the 2016 US presidential election. In the previous video, we talked about active measures bad actors can use to convince people their democratic systems and institutions are not valuable and people should not have faith in it. We talked about the Russian government creating narratives that Ukraine is not an independent country of Russia and would give out anti-democratic messages. We also talked about bots and trolls bad actors can insert on social media platforms to spread disinformation about democracy. For this video, we will expand on all of this and focus on how Russia's disinformation tactics affected the 2016 US presidential election. Back in 2014 and 2015, in St. Petersburg, a Russian port city on the Baltic Sea, in an ordinary-looking building that housed the Internet Research Agency, or IRA. The Internet Research Agency powered a large-scale information warfare attack against the United States, intended to sway the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. The operation was part of a broader, sophisticated, and ongoing information warfare campaign. The short-term goal was to get Donald Trump elected as the US president. The long-term goal was to sow division and discord in American politics to undermine the American government. Why Donald Trump? Well, when Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were asked about their position on Putin and Crimea, here were their responses. Clinton said, quote, "Putin's invasion and annexation of Crimea was a violation of international law and an abomination." Unquote. Trump said, quote, "If elected president, I would look into recognizing Crimea as a Russian territory." Unquote. Vladimir Putin, no surprise, wanted Donald Trump to win the 2016 election and become president of the United States, since Trump would go along with Putin's narrative that Russia should have possession of Crimea. In 2014 and 2016, two highly ranked female IRA employees, Anna Bokashevsky and Alexandra Krylova, came to the United States and traveled widely on an intelligence gathering mission to understand the divisions and fractures in American culture. This was part of their background research. The disinformation campaign against the US was operated from the translation department. Hundreds of specialists pretending to be American political activists created Facebook accounts and formed groups. Each specialist operated dozens of accounts. During the 2016 presidential election, tens of millions of Americans interacted with Russian specialists, believing they were interacting with other Americans. Among the Facebook pages created and operated by specialists at the Internet Research Agency was the Army of Jesus Facebook page, which attracted more than 216,000 followers. The page followed the usual format. First, specialists created the page. The Army of Jesus page purported to be devoted to Christian themes and Bible passages. Next, specialists engaged in confidence building, which means to cultivate an audience. They provided content consistent with their profile. The Army of Jesus webpage uploaded these messages. October 26, 2016. Quote, I have got Jesus in my soul. It is the only way I know. Watching every move I make, guiding every step I take. Unquote. October 29, 2016. Quote, there has never been a day when people did not need to walk with Jesus. Unquote. October 31st, 2016. Quote, Jesus will always be by your side. Just reach out to him and you'll see, unquote. Quote, rise and shine, realize his blessing, unquote. After building trust, they deploy payload content like this. November 1st, 2016, quote, Hillary approves removal of God from the Pledge of Allegiance, unquote. Specialists measure their success by the outrage and anger generated by the payload content. The next day, they resumed their confidence-building content. November 2nd, 2016, quote, never hold on anything tighter than you holding on to God, unquote. Specialists posing as African-American activists posted messages like these, quote, I will not vote for Hillary Clinton, unquote. Quote, why should we vote? Our votes do not matter. unquote. Quote, a vote for Jill Stein is not a wasted vote, unquote. As you can tell, many of these posts were aimed to appeal to the emotions of the users and cause outrage from them by alleging Hillary Clinton would get rid of religious and spiritual values if she was elected president of the United States. The post tried to get the users to vote to protect traditional values. The translation department editing rooms had their specialists doctored hundreds of thousands of videos that made false claims and then posted this content on social platforms. Remember, if a social media user is not knowledgeable about the context of the post, they are likely to believe what they see on social media. The user would fall for this disinformation tactic compared to resisting it if they knew the content they saw was fake. When Trump won the 2016 presidential election, a top advisor to Putin told Western reporters that Putin believed he had helped elect Trump. Political scientist Thomas Rid said that the extent of Russia's interference in the 2016 election was, quote, designed to be overestimated, unquote. Putin wanted people to overestimate his ability to sway an American presidential election for two reasons. One, it causes Americans to lose confidence in their democracy by thinking, quote, yeah, I guess my vote really did not count, unquote. Two, it can be explained by any mob boss or run-of-the-mill gangster. You need your friends to underestimate you, and you need your enemies to overestimate you. Based on the information we discussed, Russia's interference in the 2016 US presidential election was not a spontaneous act. It was a result of a long-running coordinated strategy designed to exploit existing divisions within American society. Through the Internet Research Agency, Russian operatives posed as everyday Americans, built online trust, and then injected false, emotionally charged political content into the national conversation. Their objective was to boost a candidate whose views aligned with Putin's interests in Crimea, and to weaken Americans' confidence in their own democratic institutions. By creating fake activist pages, manipulating religious and racial tensions, and spreading doctored content across social media, Russia sought to convince millions of Americans that their democracy was fragile, corrupt, and no longer worth believing in. Remember, Ukraine has been through this before with Russia and is familiar with their tactics, but since the United States had not been through those tactics before and an indication that Trump would be favorable to Russia, it opened an opportunity for Russia to spread misleading anti-democratic narratives in America. If more people doubt the power and effectiveness of their vote, then division and distrust in our democratic institutions grow. Understanding what happened in the 2016 election is essential for us to recognize how vulnerable democratic societies can be to targeted disinformation if we are not prepared to combat them. When we know how these tactics work, we are better equipped to question what we see online, protect ourselves from manipulation, and strengthen the democratic values these attacks are meant to undermine. In the next video, we will talk about disinformation tactics bad actors use in the media. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the post notifications so you will be notified when I post my next video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you are powerful, you are capable, and you are the changemaker our society needs. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you soon.